So I am a performer, director, actor, playwright. I'm very involved in theater. I am the producing artistic director of Outskirts Theater Company, which I have held that role for 8 years since starting that company here while I was at Carroll. Growing up, I was always very active in the arts, always in choir and music and all of that kind of thing. My grandparents went to Carroll University. My great-grandpa actually worked here. So I had a lot of family relations here and I really liked the campus. I was with a friend in high school and we were going to direct just a show of our own. This was before I was doing Outskirts or actually substantially directing or any of that, but we just wanted to do a show together. And so we were going to do a production of Alice in Wonderland and do it with a bunch of friends, kind of just a random summer thing. And so I talked about that with Professor James Zager, and immediately he showed me the outdoor theater that we have here behind the library and said, "This is so cool, why don't you guys bring your project here and I'll support it." And so I came here for that, and then the more that I kind of explored all the different options there were between directing, between management and all of that, I really fell in love with that side of it. So I shifted gears and switched into the arts management program, and that really kind of kicked off my career into doing that full time. So I had actually started writing a play before I started college, and when I came in as a freshman, I had showed it to one of my professors, Professor Jennifer Dobby, and she worked with me to kind of give me some feedback so I could keep writing it. And then over the course of 3 years, we did some workshops with it. She would work with me one-on-one outside of class time. It wasn't for a class or anything, it was just a project that I wanted to work on, and she was so invested in helping me with that. The play is about a young woman who is recently out of an abusive relationship. She ends up finding a new boyfriend who turns out to be a puppet. So whenever she's on stage alone, you see her boyfriend with her, but as soon as somebody else is on the stage, he's gone and it's a puppet. So we know that she thinks it's real and everybody else knows it's not. So it's a drama, and we really kind of talk about social issues and talking about abusive relationships. It was a really cool experience and a lot of fun to play with, especially here. I think Carroll's a really great school for somebody who is looking for the true hands-on opportunity. I had so many opportunities to just know everybody on campus. The president of the university knew my name and would talk to me when I saw them in the hallway. It's pretty cliche, but that whole idea that Carroll's a family is really true. I felt so at home here. Theater specifically, you go to a lot of bigger programs where they've got your very strict theater track and you're not doing much outside of that. At Carroll, I feel like I got so many opportunities in my field and in the arts, but then that was just the center of so much more that I got to do here through other classes and other professors and other opportunities, volunteer work, being a student alumni ambassador. It was really just a very well-rounded experience. It really just completely shaped what I was going to do outside of school.
When Ryan was a student, I resurrected what was called the Arts Administration minor, which is now the Arts Management minor. Created this class, Intro to Arts Management. Ryan was one of the first classes that ever took it. And in the course, you create a fictional nonprofit organization. And every assignment is a part of a business plan that then at the end of the semester, the students could potentially incorporate these fictional organizations into 501c3 nonprofits. Ryan actually did it. Ryan created Outskirts Theater Company in my arts management class. And one of my proudest moments as a human is that organization of his is still going strong, lasted through the pandemic, and 8 years now of programming have happened with him at the helm.
In 2014, when I was still a student, I started Outskirts Theater. And so we typically do 3 to 5 productions per year, usually traveling between different venues and anything like that. So I serve as the producing artistic director. So hiring performers, we bring in a lot of Carroll students. Our goal is to kind of be that springboard between academic and community theater and doing professional work. So giving a lot of new performers their first professional experiences, their first stipends, their first contact with equity actors and things like that. So that's been going strong. We perform a lot at the Waukesha Civic. We've performed back here at Carroll. We've rented different venues, Waukesha North High School, some different venues in Milwaukee. Through my work with the Civic Theater, I'm very active in downtown. I'm part of the Waukesha Downtown Business Association, so I help a lot with the Friday Night Live and booking bands and giving opportunities that way to performers. Right out of school, I got a job at Marcus Promotions, which was the publisher of Footlights. That used to be a lot of the playbills that you would see at theaters in Milwaukee and Chicago and Madison, as their theater relations manager. So I worked with over 150 different theaters in the Midwest, as well as their editor. So a lot of opportunities to write about theater, to interview performers, performers. I also do a lot of freelance work, so directing at different theaters. I'm the theater director at Menominee Falls High School. I often come back here and talk in some of the arts management classes and go to different high schools as well and talk about my experience. When I'm making art, I want that to make a difference in the community. A lot of the work that I do is like topical and sort of new works and things like that. So bringing up issues and bringing up conversations that are hard to have, but through art. So the people that come and see my work, I want to, like leave them thinking, be thought-provoking, make a difference in their lives. And then in the kind of leadership positions that I have, I want to give opportunities like I've had to other people. So whether that be interns and students from Carroll, emerging artists in the community, or really anybody that wants to be involved. I want to kind of be that mentor and show them what it's like to be in theater and to be in arts, and that it can be this really amazing hobby that you carry the rest of your life. It can be your career. It can be so many different things. I'm still young. I'm still growing and learning and building my career, and so it's really like a pat on the back to know that I'm taking the right steps, going in the right direction, and I'm very honored.